Hello everybody and welcome back to more of the Agent series where we are going to finish Alderaan in this episode. Only just though, it's pretty much the end of the episode is the end of Alderaan, just barely scraping by. However, we are getting very close to the end of Chapter 1, and then the beginning of Chapter 2 is when things start to get really good. I mean, they've been good now, and I've said that before, but Chapter 2, seriously, is possibly going to make your mind just explode. Literally, mind bomb.
Halt! Leave Cortez lands immediately, or be forcibly expelled.
You'd speak this way to the Baron's guest.
The Baroness has revoked your access to the estate. She's ordered all defenses raised. You may as well turn around. We've got blast doors, force fields. This estate is designed to repel an army.
An army? Maybe I'll have to break a sweat.
You want to play it that way? That's how we'll play it. All droids, attack now!
Fun. I don't think blasters are going to get us through here, Agent. Maybe we should talk to your bug boy.
So if you remember correctly, we found out the Baroness was actually working with the enemy, so she's kind of a traitor, and we were on our way to go confront her, but it looks like she figured out we were on her, and she restricted our access, which makes that kind of more difficult to get in. However, not impossible, so we're just going to have to go get Vector, Mr. Creepy Face, Bug Face guy, and find a way.
Agent, come inside. The nest is prepared to defend you. Our observers saw what happened. Why did Cortez turn on you? How can we help?
Turns out the Baroness is working with the terrorists.
The Baroness? This is unexpected. The nest has studied the Cortez estate's defenses and deemed them formidable. The interior shields are designed for squads of human attackers. The perimeter security systems are meant to combat armies and Killik swarms.
We disable the shield somehow.
The power generators are behind the main estate. They're well guarded, but they might be sabotaged from the inside. If I could reach the generators, I could release a swarm of fingerling Killiks. Our smallest brethren can easily slip through the cracks and damage the machinery.
That's disgusting.
Be that as it may, we believe that it's our best chance. Each of us can carry a handful of fingerling eggs. Once our young destroy the shield generator, we can proceed inside.
So, it looks like Koliya shares my sentiments in not really liking bugs all that much. I mean, he said it was pretty gross that that Vector's going to have these micro bugs get into these generators and destroy the generators, which is let's be honest, it's really disgusting. Mostly because I don't like bugs. However, that being said, we should probably go over the plan here just in case you missed it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, we're going to find our way to the generators, and then we're going to use the bugs to destroy the generators because the generators are defending against humanoid guys. So they're defending against people like my agent or like Vector or the Killiks, but not against these like termites, basically, is what they are. They're advanced termites who are going to go in there, destroy some shield generators, and then we're going to be able to get into the, I guess, the main perimeter of the Cortez's base, and hopefully confront her, take her out, and figure out the next place we're going to have to go. Because we're kind of destroying terrorist cells here, and we're uprooting the terrorists as a network, and they're starting to get kind of, you see they're starting to get kind of anxious. They're starting to get a little antsy. They're not liking that we're destroying their bits and pieces of their network. With that, though, you got to also understand that they have a pretty big plan here. So while we're working very hard to take them out, they still have some things up their sleeve that we're going to have to deal with once we get to the very end of Chapter 1. And I think there's a huge twist that you guys aren't going to expect either, especially if you've never seen it. So I'm gonna do a throwback here to something that I've done before that is kind of relative to what just happened. If you remember correctly, a while ago, if you guys have been with us long enough, I did a video on Dragonborn when it came out. Because when Skyrim came out, I played through the main story and some, extra stuff there as well. But for the most part, I just did the main story. And when Dragonborn came out finally on PC, because it took longer to get to PC, I decided I would do a quick video on it and kind of show people what was new, just in case they wanted to pick it up, because I had a lot of people. I mean, most people were interested in Skyrim before I did the videos, but I had some people who, got interested in Skyrim because of the videos, and that's always a cool connection to have, with me and my viewers. But here's the thing: in that video, there was a moment that relates to what just happened there with the bugs, at least in my head. I remember correctly that I didn't see this coming at all, but I walked up onto this tree in the middle of playing, and it was all live commentary, and there was like a nest on it, and I clicked it, I tried to loot it, because I was just running around looting a ton of flowers anyways. There was nothing going on in the video up until that point, nothing interesting at least, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just like a bug jumps out and explodes and attacks me. And it was one of the single most scariest things in my life because I didn't see it coming. It was a literal jump scare. I don't know if Bethesda put it in there for people like me, or if they just put it in there expecting the thing to go off beforehand, but it didn't go off until I was on it. And that moment of sheer terror, of thinking I was really going to die in real life from a giant bug, was very similar to how I feel about those little things. It's like, if I was there in that room, if I was like not a dead guard, like I just got attacked by my agent and I'm just laying there and I'm looking up at Vector throwing the grenade in, I would have this moment of sheer terror that these little bugs are going to eat me alive. And that's the only way that I can relate my feelings on them to what is actually going on in my head to you guys.
What have you done?
Baron, I beg of you.
You have made an enemy of the Empire. You have brought vermin into my house.
I swear, I only wanted to protect us.
Silence! My honored guest, I bow my head in surrender, and I apologize for what's become of Cortez.
You had no idea what your wife's been up to.
It is the truth.
Our reinforcements have arrived. We will attack on your signal.
I knew nothing of my wife's conspiracy. She only confessed once the house defenses were down. But I will make amends. Now, Captain.
You're an honorable man. I appreciate your sacrifice.
I had no other choice. Now, take your insects away from this place. We can discuss further recompense as civilized people.
We're afraid that's not your decision, Baron. Denry Ale and the Baroness are dead. With our assistance, the terrorist funding has been stopped. Now the nest will claim its price.
I should have expected something like this. What do you want, Victor?
House Cortez will make a perfect extension of the hive. These rooms will become egg chambers and membrosia pools. The family can become joiners.
What? You cannot do this! I gave you my wife!
House Cortez opposed the Empire and must be subdued. The nest is growing and must expand its territory.
I never agreed to anything like that.
You agreed to an alliance, surely. By allowing the Killiks to absorb House Cortez, both the Empire and the nest benefit. Why would you object?
Forcing people to join the nest is wrong. Can't you understand that?
The joining is part of the Killik way. How can that be wrong? Agent, I must know if you intend to oppose us. If you do, the nest will fight to defend its claim.
I'm not letting you take these people.
Very well. We understand. and our loyalty to the Empire comes first. We hope your decision is the right one.
Men, defend the Baron!
Wow, a lot just happened there. First of all, him sacrificing his wife was probably the best thing he could do. It saved his own butt, because otherwise I was going to kill him, expecting him to be a part of the whole conspiracy there as well. The second thing with Vector actually going against the Killik Nest is, again, an honorable thing. He respects the Empire over the Killiks, even though he's a joiner, which is, you know, creepy to begin with, but it's kind of cool that he's willing to put the Empire first in this situation. It makes Koliya feel like he can trust him, even though he doesn't like bugs, and that you know comes through with me. But it is part of my character as well. He basically sat there and was like, "Dude, this is wrong to make these people have to deal with the bugs. I mean, let alone have to join them without having a choice. It's just it's gross and it's unethical." So him telling Vector no is probably the smartest thing he could do there, and that's just, you know, the way he views the entire situation, at least.
The Nest has withdrawn. House Cortez is safe. For now.
I think we came out of this all right.
So it seems.
I am grateful for your aid. House Cortez has suffered enough.
The Empire will expect your cooperation in the future.
I assure you, House Cortez will make restitution.
Baron, perhaps you'd allow us to access your computers. We are certain our superiors would like to see the Baroness's files.
Captain Perovius, arrange it. I must see to our defenses in case anyone else would take advantage of our humbled state.
This is Keeper to Cipher 9. I'm receiving your transmission. Watchers are reviewing the Cortez logs now. It looks like you've wrapped up the terrorist financing situation. Congratulations.
I am proud to be of service, sir.
Preliminary analysis suggests the Eagle's terror network will run low on funds within weeks. The cells will look for alternative credit sources, of course. Let's not give them the chance to find any.
That should wrap things up.
Excellent. Now I have news for you, both of you. I contacted Vector's superiors in the diplomatic service, and we've reached an agreement.
Sir?
Your requisition has been made permanent. You've been officially transferred to Imperial Intelligence. Cipher 9, from now on, Vector Hellis will act as a covert assault agent under your command. Understood?
Understood. Welcome aboard, Vector.
We'll do our best to live up to expectations.
Once you're through on Alderaan, return to your ship for debriefing. Watcher 2 should have updates ready for you. In the meantime, instruct Vector as you see fit. I expect he'll require additional training.
I'll handle it.
Good. Stay alert, Cipher. Keep her out.
Agent, we are grateful for this opportunity. After fighting the Nest, we don't think we can return to the Hive.
Fighting the Killiks was the right thing to do, remember that.
Of course. Thank you. We'll follow the rhythm of the Song of the Universe until the Great Merging comes.
Sweet. Now we're done with Alderaan, and we can move on to the next bit of Chapter 1.